The top 10 richest countries in Africa in 2022. What are the top 10 richest countries in Africa in 2022? It's an interesting question, considering how much wealth varies from country to country in Africa. Although there are definitely some extremely poor countries here, there are also some that are currently doing quite well and will continue to improve their GDPs in the next 5 years or so as well, becoming even richer by 2022. Whether you're curious about which countries you should consider moving to or simply want to know what the most successful ones on the continent are, this list of the top 10 richest countries in Africa in 2022 should be helpful. 1. Nigeria. In 2022, Nigeria will be home to one of the largest populations in all of Africa, and much of that growth will come from high birth rates. In fact, Nigeria has experienced a steady growth rate for decades. Between 1950 and 2010, its population more than tripled from 20 million to 79 million. By 2030, it's projected to reach 137 million. With such rapid growth, Nigeria is poised to become an economic powerhouse. The country is rich in natural resources including oil, natural gas and coal. As these industries continue to develop, many experts predict that by 2050 or so, Nigeria could become one of the world's largest economies. But with such rapid growth comes challenges. The country will need to invest heavily in education if it wants its citizens to take advantage of opportunities presented by future prosperity. 2. South Africa. According to a recently released report by Credit Suisse, South Africa is projected to become one of the world's richest countries. With an economy that is forecasted to grow at more than 2.5% annually, South Africa will have an estimated GDP per capita of over $38,000, more than Germany's projected $37,000 and nearly reaching Japan's expected $40,000. What's more, with a relatively low population density, just some 50 people per square kilometer, there is plenty of room for growth. The country has also been able to weather global economic uncertainty better than most nations due to its large reserves of gold and other natural resources, which account for much of its wealth. 3. Egypt. Egypt has been a leader in African economies for decades, but an economic downturn has it barely hanging on to its status as one of Africa's top economies. However, its economy is rebounding quickly, and with a strong tourism industry, Egypt will likely be among Africa's richest countries by 2022. In fact, many experts are predicting that Egypt will become Africa's largest economy within 15 years. In order to keep pace with other rapidly growing African nations, however, it will need to enact policies that encourage innovation and entrepreneurship while also improving infrastructure, particularly in transportation, to keep up with demand from both domestic and international markets. It also needs to boost agricultural production through investment in irrigation systems. Increased productivity could help offset rising food prices across North Africa and further increase revenue for Egyptian farmers. 4. Morocco. This nation has seen a huge surge in their growth thanks to newly discovered oil reserves. Thanks to these natural resources and tourism, Morocco's GDP is expected to rise by almost 20% by 2022. The natural resources are helping to fuel Morocco's economy and will continue to do so until 2022, making it one of the wealthiest nations in Africa. For comparison, South Africa's GDP is only expected to grow by about 7%. However, since a majority of people living in Morocco still live below or near poverty level and over half of children don't attend school past primary education, according to UNESCO, there is still much work that needs to be done before 2022. 5. Angola. Angola is one of Africa's largest oil producers, meaning that its economy will continue to grow rapidly into 2022. Unfortunately, despite its large income from oil, Angola still has a high level of child malnutrition and gender inequality. Only a small percentage of Angola's GDP is used for healthcare. Improvements are necessary before Angola can take its place among Africa's wealthiest countries. The country must also work on ensuring more people have access to quality education. If these problems can be solved, Angola should see rapid economic growth over the next few years. 6. Ghana. In just 2 years, Ghana has become one of Africa's fastest-growing economies. Most economic analysts agree that it will be one of Africa's top 10 economies by 2022, possibly becoming one of its top 3. With an average growth rate of 7% for each year since 2013, Ghana is poised to challenge Nigeria and South Africa for economic supremacy in sub-Saharan Africa by 2022. Its main industries are mining, gold, cocoa production, oil refining, and tourism. Its biggest trade partners are China, France, India, Russia, Singapore, and Turkey. The capital city is Accra. The official language is English. 7. Uganda. Uganda is becoming one of East Africa's top tourist destinations. Visitors to Uganda can enjoy a country that is well equipped for both leisure and business travel. The nation boasts plenty of attractions, including lakeside resorts, palm-lined beaches, and jungles teeming with exotic wildlife. In addition to its natural appeal, Uganda has several cities that are great for visitors. Kampala, for example, is home to several museums and historical landmarks. In fact, tourism accounted for nearly 6% of Uganda's GDP in 2017. 8. Kenya. The economic growth in Kenya is promising, and it's expected to be one of few African countries that will see a significant increase in wealth over the next 5 years. Kenya has an estimated population of 46 million, which makes it one of Africa's biggest economies. These numbers are pretty impressive, especially when you consider that Kenya still holds its reputation as an emerging economy with plenty of room for improvement. In terms of per capita GDP, Kenya ranks as one of Africa's wealthiest nations at $2,680. It also boasts a literacy rate above 90%. The continent's most successful technology hub is based in Nairobi, where innovation can flourish outside Western influences. 9. Tunisia. Tunisia is one of Africa's lesser-known tourist destinations. For that reason, it could be a great option to visit if you want to stay away from crowds and have a more authentic experience. It has beautiful beaches on its Mediterranean coast and some impressive ancient Roman ruins to explore, including those at Duga. The country also has an impressive national park, the Shat El Girid, that's home to thousands of flamingos during certain times of year. And with new flights connecting Tunis with other parts of Europe, now may be a good time to visit before tourism really takes off there. 10. Rwanda. In only a few years, Rwanda has managed to shake off its war-torn past and become one of Africa's fastest-growing economies. The small country, just 20,000 square miles, has experienced rapid economic growth. According to the World Bank Group, gross domestic product, GDP, increased by 6.8% in 2012 and 6.9% in 2013. This is largely due to an increase in manufacturing and exports. It is predicted that GDP will continue to grow at a rate of 7% over the next decade. By 2022, it is estimated that Rwanda will be among Africa's top 10 richest countries with an annual GDP per capita of $2,800. Thanks for watching.